Hello, welcome to Par 5 Golfing, our beautiful practice facility here in Dublin. So one of the questions I get is, as from beginners when we give lessons here on our simulator, is what should I buy, what kind of club? Most of the beginners, they already have bought a set from a friend or somebody and usually end up having the wrong clubs and the money is totally wasted. Or they go to Walmart or Costco somewhere, they see a good deal, not a golf shop, and they end up buying the wrong clubs. Their elbows hurt, shaft is wrong, whatever. Some people come, they have incomplete sets. I ask them, do you have a driver? They say, what is that? And it's missing from their bag, or a wedge. So make sure, try to resist buying the clubs first and taking lessons later. First come to us, learn about a swing, borrow the clubs, or at least not invest in very expensive clubs. So I'm gonna show you as a beginner what's supposed to be in your bag. And here, I have 3 different examples. So for example, for the beginners, we recommend these Tour Edge sets. This is a Tour Edge Bazooka, sort of a mid-tier, much better than a Walmart, Costco type of clubs that really I don't recommend. This gets you everything in a bag. If you buy everything separate for like top of line set with irons, woods, bag, you're gonna good putter, you're gonna end up easily closer to $2,000. While at 1/4 the price, about $500 plus, you get a lot of things here. You get a driver, 3 woods basically, number 4, 5, even a hybrid, I guess, quite a few irons, a putter, and a pretty nice bag, all included. And the best thing about Tour Edge is that you get lifetime warranty. So as a beginner, you can break your driver, for example, and they'll either fix it for you free of cost or send you a new one, so you have peace of mind. So it has lifetime warranties, so I recommend that. Then we have little high-end Cobra set. Again, pretty good deal, very nice set of irons, drivers, woods, and putter. Pretty good bag. Cobra is a pretty good brand name. Cobra drivers are one of the best, and that's about $800, $900 expense. You can get that set, will last longer, obviously, for long time you can play. And then you can have the high-end end, where you can have a Cobra high-end driver. In this case, I have a Mizuno, which is, ST Max. We have a pretty good deal on this right now, 40% off. You have the woods, you have a hybrid, right? You have very nice hot metal, Mizuno hot metal series forced, irons, and a Mizuno bag. These irons alone would cost you $700-800 plus driver plus. So this is a little high end, right? If you're like intermediate stage already crossing, want to invest in more the best equipment to bring your score down, you want to buy something like this. In putter, you can have either a Mizuno Omeo putter, you can have a Bettinardi top of the line Italian handmade putter, you can have an EVN roll. We have very nice Mizuno wedges, right? T24, and overall a very nice investment if you are playing golf as a serious golfer, right? So for beginners, you need to have a minimum a driver to start golfing, which is this big thing, right? So there are different lots. I would recommend something you can adjust. I talk about in my driver swing, adjust the angle, so you can go higher, up, lower, whatever. So a good driver, okay. You may or may not start with hybrid woods. I actually don't recommend for beginners that they spoil themselves by hitting easier, they starting hybrid from day one. I want like old school, where you learning the basics of the swing. So you learn the driver swing, then you try to play more with irons, so you also fix your iron swing, because they are kind of different. So you need to learn the irons. The best golfers, they don't shy away from irons, they play irons. So you gotta have one driver. You need to have number 7 iron at least, right? Then I would recommend have a pitching iron, have a sand wedge, 3, right? And maybe a gap wedge, but you don't really need that. So 3 irons. I don't recommend long irons at this stage. Means I don't recommend that you have a number 4 because you're gonna have tough time. You'll get frustrated, and you can rather have, maybe that's where you buy a hybrid or a wood, whatever. But you can play a lot of golf just with this, and a putter. So 1 driver, 3 irons, 7 pitching, and where is the wedge? Yeah, 1 wedge and 1 putter. Okay, so 4, about 5, right? So you can play a lot of golf with this, a lot of par 3s, par 4s just with that. You don't need to carry all the weight. Even if you have the full bag, trust me, you're not gonna use it for a long time. Leave those at home. Practice, improve your swing first. You can hit full swing, half swing, underswing, whatever, just to control your distance with those clubs. And that is the strategy I recommend. And that way you know that you're working on your swing first, and practice here on the simulator as we talk about it. You get a lot of data. You see how your club face looks like, where you're hitting, how much you're off. Range builds bad habits. It's good when you're using a hybrid strategy to use simulator and range in combination, or to warm up. But range is not really to improve your swing. Okay, so obviously if you have the golf set, then after that you need the balls. So we have a bunch of balls here. Most beginners, they go for the best ball, Titleist or whatever, the expensive ball. I would say that's a no. Don't spend too much money on the balls, because you can end up losing a lot of balls, and that's gonna be one of your biggest expense. Okay, so start with recycled balls, and also, or cut down your cost by buying half the cost, like what it doesn't really cost you with Bridgestone, for example. These type of balls, which is, for example, X, right? So you have these or Volvics. You want to buy what I call these E12s or E6s, which is half the cost, and they have bigger dings. So what's the benefit? For example, where is the white one? I'm looking if I can show you a white one here. So let's take a look at this one. So what it does, it has bigger dings, and that means it's gonna go straighter. So as a beginner, you don't slice too much, especially in high winds. So have the right set of balls in your bag. About a dozen is reasonable to start with. Obviously you need to have a glove, right? If you're a right-handed golfer, you need a left-hand glove, or otherwise Mizuno, Bridgestone, Zero Friction. We have a lot of gloves here. You need a glove so you don't get blisters or you don't sweat, slip your club. It's almost a must-have. So have that one. So that's item number 3, other than the clubs. So you got your golf clubs, your balls, your club, and then before you go to smaller accessories, you need some sort of a push cart. I know a lot of golfers, they rent electric cart to start with. In my view, I would recommend you invest in your push cart early. Not only you will save a lot of cost, about on average, $15-20 extra for electric cart. And also you stay fit, you walk more, and that keeps you warmer. Electric cart makes you a little lazy, your body gets colder in between swings. So I would actually recommend, I use this strategy myself. I try not to rent electric cart. And there are a lot of carts here, 3-wheel, 4-wheel quads. We have the best carts here, like Click Gear is #1 selling cart in America. Very robust. You can drop it from 3rd story and won't break. You have a lot of accessories, cooler bags, umbrellas, beverage holders. There's a lot of accessories, even seats you can use with it. So you're enjoying more golf. And they become really, then you have Bag Boy, Nitron, Rovic, all these are #2 selling cart, still very good cart. And they become really small for your car trunk like this, right? You can put them easily, fold them, couple of clicks, and you're good to go. So you put your your bag. So you take your bag and you put, let's say, on top of the cart, right? Good to go, right? So that's the item number 4, I would say I recommend. Then you into smaller things like put ball markers, couple of ball markers in your bag for looking like a better golfer. Mark your ball position where you're putting. Then go buy good golf shoes, must have. Puma here, very light because you don't want to be slipping. You have those spikes underneath, different style of golf. So golf shoes is a must. Cap, those type of things, obviously those are like optional, right? And then you want to have these divot tools to repair the dings and stuff like that, the ball marker magnets, minor small things. Another very useful tool is and these things are not very expensive, $100+ to $200, whatever. Don't buy the very high, the range finder, because as you're calibrating your swings here on the simulator, you can also see how far you're hitting, but on the actual course, you can see how far you're from the pin or from a certain point, and that way you can pick the right club out of your bag and not overshoot or undershoot. That will greatly improve your golf game. So that's pretty much what you need to you can add those things gradually. Oh yeah, and one thing, how can I forget that? So when you buy the balls, obviously you need the bag of tees. Don't forget ever the tees, because to tee off, there are so many types of tees, $7-8, whatever a bag, and you need these tees to basically tee off, right? So that's what you need to start golfing, right? So hopefully you enjoyed it, and come to my shop here in Dublin, Par 5 Golfing. I'm here to help you out with anything. Thank you very much.